Hey everybody, Charles from Pentagon Shutters and Screens here. Since we've come out with the new Retractable 2.0 system, I've been asked repeatedly for a tutorial video. So here we go. As you can see, this customer has a lot of windows on the front of their house. This causes their dining room to be almost unusable when the sun sets over there in the afternoon and evening. It also causes their air conditioning to come on prematurely, and they'd like to have more privacy from their neighbors. When your crate comes in from Pentagon, this is what you can expect. This crate moved over 1,000 miles, and you can see what kind of condition it arrived in. We build the best crates in the industry. Every crate has both the unit numbers and the order number, as well as a packing list on it. As we get into our crate here, you can see our second line defense is our cardboard boxes with plywood end plates. Every unit is labeled on the end of each unit. The rails are also independently labeled. I like to label my units from 1, starting from the left side and going to the right. So today, for the purposes of this video, we're going to be doing unit number 1, which is this unit on the left. Do not pick these boxes up by the straps. What can happen is they'll tear through the box and dent the panel boxes. Here we can see inside the boxes, we have our rails in one box with our small parts, our fasteners, our caps for our rails, mounting instructions, shop drawings for the unit, and of course the Smarties that we're world famous for. I like to keep the boxes so that I can stage my units on it while I prep them for install and avoid scratches. Next, we want to remove the panel box lid. It's the number 2 square drive or Robertson located at the bottom of the panel box on each end. The Retractable 2.0 system uses a patented 2-piece rail system. Please be aware, if those 2 screws are not at the top, you have them upside down. This is the funnel side and needs to be at the top. To remove the rail cover, we need to remove these hex screws with the Allen key that is provided. The rail will now come apart by sliding one rail away from the other one. It's always important to pay attention to your wire exit locations. In this case, we had it out the back of the box, but we had a change of heart when we got on site and the customer wanted it down the rail. We achieved this by removing the end plate, pulling it through, and guiding it back to where we need it. Next, we want to put the rail back onto the end pin plate. Just glides on like so. Okay, we have the unit ready to stand up on the wall. Because we're mounting to mullions in this case, and it's an older window unit, we're going to want to pre-drill here. Okay, we've got it standing up on the wall now. We've checked for plumbing level. Everything looks great. I've just put in 1 screw for now, so that we can go around and check everything first. So basically, all we did was we stood it up against the wall, drilled a pilot hole, put 1 screw in for now, checked everything for plumbing level, and now we'll suck it down to the wall. Okay, we've got all our screws and fasteners in both sides all the way up. One thing I want to point out is because these fasteners seat on the outside of this extrusion, it's very important not to over torque those, or we can change the shape of this extrusion slightly. It's very robust, but it can be done, especially with modern day impacts. You want to get a couple fasteners up as far inside the corner of that box as you can, and across the top, if possible. You don't have to do it across the top always. These units are designed that they can carry load from one side to the other. In freestanding units, it's very important to get one up into the top of that corner of the box if you can. I always bring a male plug with me in my kit, and that way I can plug the units in to test them before they get hardwired. Every unit is hung and tested in our plant. So the remotes are already paired to the motors and the limits are already set. We also use Maestria or alpha contact sensing motors. So if this unit was to hit that ladder on the far side, it would be protected and go back into the up position and stop. Okay, now that everything is in place and tested, we can put the rail covers on and put those hex screws back in place in the covers. Okay, we're going to put this rail cover back on. It'd usually just slide in place from this direction. We have two forms of retention here that need to be in the inserts. One is this bottom profile retention. It needs to go into a groove inside this rail. And the other one is the zipper that needs to go inside the retention insert inside the rail. Okay, the rail cover's on. Wire is buried inside. And now we just need to put these screws back in to hold the cover in place. Okay, the rail cover's on. Everything's in the retention insert. We can tell this by testing the spring system inside the rails. Now we can put the beauty caps over the little holes for our hex screws. We've slid the panel box lid back on and are tightening up the two number 2 square driver Robertson screws on each end. Now we can start removing the protective film. There's protective film on the panel box lid, bottom profile, guide rails. Okay, this install is basically complete, just a little bit of tidy up and some hard wiring. And this whole process took under 2 hours, even with shooting this video, prep, and cleanup. Installation is now complete. Homeowner can enjoy their dining room with reduced glare during evening hours for supper, reduced energy consumption, more privacy, thanks to Tranquil Guard 2.0 from Pentagon shutters and screens.